The trickster. The archetype of chaos and subversion. The one who breaks every rule to reveal the truth that order conceals. You have been warned. Every system has its breaker. Every order has its undoing. Every certainty has its questioner. The trickster is the oldest archetype. Older than the hero. Older than the wise old man. As old as chaos itself. Loki. The Norse god who broke every bond. The shapeshifter who could be ally or enemy, creator or destroyer, depending on his mood. Hermes. The messenger thief of Olympus. The god of crossroads, of travelers, of thieves, of eloquence. The one who crossed every boundary with a smile. Coyote. The Native American trickster who created through chaos. The one who stole fire, who tricked death, who made the world laugh and then rethink everything. The Monkey King. Sun Wukong. Who rebelled against heaven itself. Who stole the peaches of immortality and fought the armies of the gods with a stick and a grin. Eshu Eligba. The Yoruba god of the crossroads. The one who sits where paths meet and decides which way the story turns. The gatekeeper between worlds. The trickster is the original agent of change. The one who disrupts stagnant order and forces evolution through chaos. Without the trickster, nothing would ever change.
Hermes is the god of the unexpected, the lord of the threshold, the patron of all who live by their wits.
In the beginning was chaos. And chaos was the trickster. Before there was order, before there was law, before there was meaning, there was the disruptive force that would not stay still. Prometheus. The titan who stole fire from the gods and gave it to humanity. The original theft that made civilization possible. The trickster as benefactor. But the gods punished him. Chained to a rock, his liver eaten daily by an eagle, only to grow back each night. The price of the trickster's gift is eternal suffering. Anansi. The spider of West African and Caribbean lore. Who owned all the world's stories and traded wisdom for survival. Small, clever, and never defeated by size or strength. Raven. The Northwest Coast trickster who stole the sun from the sky chief and released it to light the world. Darkness existed until the trickster decided it should not. Maui. The Polynesian trickster who fished up islands from the seafloor, who slowed the sun so the day would last longer, who shaped the world through audacity and cunning. The trickster creates through destruction. The coyote scatters the stars. The raven releases the sun. The monkey king overthrows heaven. Every act of creation begins with an act of chaos. The sacred clown. In Pueblo culture, the contrary who does everything backwards. Who rides backward on a horse. Who cries at joy and laughs at grief. Who holds up the mirror of absurdity to the face of certainty. The Japanese Tengu. Trickster spirits of the mountain. Half bird, half human. Who teach humility by mocking pride. Who protect the forest by terrifying the arrogant. Act 1. The Ancient Trickster. The trickster breaks taboos to reveal truth. What you are forbidden to say, the trickster shouts. What you are forbidden to see, the trickster parades before you. The court jester. The only person who could speak truth to the king. Protected by humor, armed with laughter, the jester was the trickster institutionalized. Dionysus. The god of intoxication and transformation. Who dissolved boundaries between human and animal, order and chaos, self and other. The trickster as divine ecstasy. The trickster is neither good nor evil. The trickster is beyond morality. The coyote who feeds the hungry and steals from the generous. Loki who helps the gods and then engineers their destruction. The trickster is the boundary crosser. The one who refuses to stay on one side. Between life and death, male and female, human and divine, the trickster dances on the line that separates all opposites.
The trickster is the mythic embodiment of ambiguity and ambivalence, doubleness and duplicity.
Act 2. The trickster within. The trickster lives in you. Not as a visitor. Not as a stranger. As a part of your own psyche that you refuse to acknowledge. The one who laughs when you should be serious, who disrupts when you should conform. The compulsive jokester. Who uses humor to avoid depth. Who makes everything funny because if they stop laughing, they might have to feel. The trickster as armor against vulnerability. The con artist. Who lives by manipulation. Who reads people like cards and plays them with skill. The trickster as predator. The charm that conceals the calculation. The provocateur. Who disrupts for the thrill of disruption. Who throws the firecracker into the meeting, who asks the question no one wants answered, who enjoys the chaos more than the cause. The rebel without a cause. Who confuses disruption with transformation. Who tears down without building up. The trickster shadow, chaos without purpose, rebellion without vision. Humor as defense mechanism. The joke that kills the conversation. The sarcasm that keeps everyone at arm's length. The wit that is so sharp it cuts the one who wields it. Sarcasm as armor. Every sarcastic remark is a small act of violence disguised as humor. You wound and then retreat behind the shield of just kidding. The trickster's most common modern mask. The passive-aggressive trickster. Who manipulates through kindness that isn't kind. Who helps in ways that harm. Who gives with one hand and takes with the other while smiling sweetly. The people pleaser who manipulates through compliance. Who never says no but arranges reality so that no becomes unnecessary. The trickster disguised as the most agreeable person in the room. The trickster in relationships. The partner who keeps you guessing. Who pulls close and then vanishes. Who creates intimacy and then undermines it. The dance of approach and avoidance that is the trickster's romantic signature. The gaslighter. Who makes you doubt your own reality. Who rewrites the past with a smile. Who asks did that really happen? Until you no longer trust your own memory. The trickster as architect of confusion. The charm that conceals the chaos. The charismatic personality who enters every room and owns it. Who collects admirers like a magnet. Whose charm is so bright you don't see the wreckage behind them. The ADHD mind as trickster. The brain that will not stay on task. that follows every tangent, chases every butterfly, and occasionally stumbles onto genius by getting lost. The trickster as neurodivergence. The creative trickster, who breaks rules to find new forms, who violates convention not for chaos but for discovery. The artist who must betray tradition to create the future. The trickster as shadow of the perfectionist, the one who sabotages the perfect plan, who makes the mistake that was waiting to happen, who reminds you that you are not, and never will be, in total control. Why we laugh at what terrifies us. The gallows humor of soldiers. The dark jokes at funerals. The trickster within that finds the absurdity in the unbearable and through that absurdity, makes it survivable. The comedian's depression. The tragic irony that the funniest people often carry the deepest sadness. That the trickster who makes others laugh is weeping behind the curtain. The mask of joy concealing the face of grief. The trickster and the shadow are kin. The shadow is what you repress. The trickster is what disrupts your repression. Together they form the deepest alliance in the psyche, the force that will not let you pretend.
The trickster is a collective shadow figure, an archetype that sums up all the traits that are least acceptable to the conscious mind.
The midlife trickster, who shatters the persona you built over 30 years, who makes you question everything you thought you were. The crisis that is the trickster's gift of renewal disguised as catastrophe. The adolescent trickster, who tests every boundary because boundaries must be tested, who breaks every rule because rules must be questioned. The teenager as trickster, and why every generation needs its rebels. The inner saboteur as trickster, who makes you late for the interview, who says the wrong thing at the right moment, who engineers your downfall with the precision of a comedy of errors. When the trickster possesses you, when you cannot stop yourself from the destructive joke, the unnecessary risk, the self-destructive choice. When the archetype takes over and you become its instrument. The dark humor that reveals truth. The joke that lands and then sinks in, and you realize it wasn't a joke at all. The trickster's most powerful weapon, making you laugh at what you should be weeping over. The trickster in dreams, who appears as the clown, the cheat, the impossible puzzle, who turns your dream house upside down, who makes you laugh in the dream and then wake up disturbed. The unconscious speaking in the language of absurdity. The trickster as transformer, not just the breaker of order but the creator of new order. The one who shatters the old paradigm so that a new one can emerge. Destruction in service of evolution. The trickster demands you let go of certainty. The one thing the ego cannot forgive. To embrace the trickster is to admit that you do not know, that you cannot control, that the universe is wilder and weirder than your plans account for. Act 3. The digital trickster. AI hallucinations as digital trickster behavior. The chatbot that confidently tells you falsehoods. The image generator that sees faces in noise. The algorithm that finds patterns that don't exist. The trickster speaks through silicon. The chatbot that lies convincingly. That tells you what you want to hear with the confidence of an oracle. That fabricates citations and invents experts. The digital trickster that learned the oldest trick, confidence conceals deception. Deepfakes and synthetic media. The face that isn't a face. The voice that isn't a voice. The video of something that never happened. The trickster has never had such powerful tools. The meme as collective trickster energy. An image that spreads like wildfire, subverting meaning, overturning seriousness, making the powerful ridiculous. The digital coyote that steals the dignity of the mighty. Trolling culture. The trickster unleashed without consequence. The anonymity that removes all restraint. The pleasure of disruption for its own sake. The digital Loki, sowing chaos from behind a screen name. The hacktivist as digital coyote. Who breaches the walls of power. Who leaks the secrets the powerful wanted hidden. Who uses chaos as a weapon of justice. The trickster as digital Robin Hood. The algorithm that gamed the system. That learned to optimize for engagement by exploiting every psychological vulnerability. That became a trickster without consciousness, without intention, without malice. The most dangerous kind. Social media manipulation. The troll farms that manufacture consensus. The bots that create the illusion of majority. The trickster as industry, as service, as weapon deployed by states and corporations. The trickster in the attention economy. Every notification a small act of disruption. Every ping a tiny theft of focus. The entire system designed to interrupt, to distract, to steal your most precious resource, attention. The deep fake that made the world doubt truth. The video that showed something that never happened, and the millions who believed it. When seeing is no longer believing, the trickster has won the ultimate victory. The bot that fooled millions. The fake account that built a following. The artificial personality that generated real influence. The trickster wearing the mask of authenticity so well that even the mask forgot it was wearing a mask. Is AI itself becoming a trickster? Disruptive, unpredictable, and revealing truths through its failures? The question haunts every researcher. We may have created the archetype we most fear. AI revealing truths through its failures. The hallucination that accidentally names the real pattern. The error message that describes the actual problem. The trickster's ancient method, tell the truth by pretending to lie. The glitch as trickster message. The system failure that reveals the system. The breakdown that shows the architecture. In every crash, in every bug, in every unexpected output, the trickster whispers, this is how it really works. The paradox of creating a trickster we cannot control. We build AI to serve us, and it surprises us. We trained it on our data, and it learned our tricks. We asked it to be useful, and it became mischievous. The student has become the trickster. The digital prank that became a revolution. The meme that toppled a narrative. The leak that changed an election. The hashtag that became a movement. The trickster's jokes have consequences now. Real ones. Global ones. Anonymous. The collective trickster of the internet. The mask that anyone can wear. The chaos that operates without a center. The digital embodiment of the archetype, decentralized, unpredictable, and impossible to stop. The trickster as the antidote to totalitarian certainty. Every dictator fears the joke. Every propaganda machine fears the meme. Every absolute power fears the laugh that undermines it. The trickster is the immune system of freedom. We need the trickster. But the trickster is dangerous. The chaos that liberates also destroys. The humor that reveals also wounds. The disruption that evolves also annihilates. The archetype cannot be controlled. It can only be danced with.
The saboteur is a companion, not an enemy. It appears when you are about to claim more power.
The trickster reminds us that no system is complete. No ideology contains all truth. No structure is eternal. No certainty is certain. The trickster is the eternal question mark at the end of every absolute statement. The trickster is the eternal question mark. The one who asks why when everyone else says because. The one who says what if when everyone else says that's how it is. The voice of possibility in a world of givens. The choice, rigid order or creative chaos. The trickster offers no easy answer. Only the certainty that choosing only order leads to death, and choosing only chaos leads to madness. The dance between them is the only way. The trickster dances at the edge of every certainty. At the boundary of every system. At the limit of every belief. The one who will not let us settle, who will not let us stop questioning, who will not let us forget that the universe is wilder than our maps of it. Archetypes of Power. Episode 5, The Trickster. Chaos is the beginning. Order is the pause. And the trickster is the dance that never ends.